Let's talk about transversals. A transversal of two coplanar lines is a line that intersects them at two distinct points. Let's look at how transversals are constructed with the Geogebra app. Let's make a pair of non-parallel lines. The transversal can be included in any way, as long as it intersects these lines at two distinct points. Connect points B and D. For example, the transversal is line BD. You may also make other points, say E and F, which results in transversal F. Let us now make a transversal using only one pair of parallel lines. Recall that the parallel postulate says that, given a line and a point not on the line, there is exactly one line through the point parallel to the given line. As you can see, even when I move points A and B, they remain parallel lines. Connecting A and C creates transversal AC. So you already know what the transversal is. Let's look at transversals formed in various line orientations using the website Learn Alberta. Transversals can be formed horizontally or vertically in both parallel and non-parallel line orientations. Vertical angles are congruent in the non-parallel line orientation, but the set of angles in line P is not equal to the measures of angles in line Q. Which differs from the parallel line orientations. The measures of two pairs of vertical angles in line P, for example, are the same as the angle measures in line Q. Take note that these lines make 8 angles. From our previous discussions about angle pairs, vertical angles, and linear pairs are formed in this figure. There are 4 pairs of vertical angles formed. Angles 2 and 3. Angles 1 and 4. Angles 5 and 8. And angles 6 and 7. Angles 1 and 2, 3 and 4 are 2 examples of linear pairs formed in this figure. Now, when these two coplanar lines are cut by transversal, interior and exterior angles can be formed. In this figure, angles 3, 4, 5, and 6 are called interior angles. Whereas angles 1, 2, 7, and 8 are exterior angles. In addition to these angles, an interior and an exterior angle that are non-adjacent and on the same side of the transversal form a pair of corresponding angles. From here, angles 1 and 5. 2 and 6. 3 and 7. And 4 and 8 are pairs of corresponding angles. These are the corresponding angles in this line orientation. Next, a pair of non-adjacent interior angles that are on opposite sides of the transversal are called alternate interior angles. From here, angles 3 and 6. And 4 and 5 are pairs of alternate interior angles. If there are alternate interior angles, of course, there are pairs of alternate exterior angles. For example, angles 1 and 8. And 2 and 7. Now, if a pair of non-adjacent interior angles are on the same sides of the transversal, same side interior angles are formed. Angles D and E, for example, and angles C and F in this figure are both pairs of same side interior angles. If a pair of non-adjacent exterior angles are on the same sides of the transversal, same side exterior angles are formed. For example, angles A and H. And angles B and G are both same side exterior angles. Let us now use the Geogebra app to look into the relationship between these angles. To begin, if transversal cuts two parallel lines, the corresponding angles are congruent. Angles A and E are both 130 degrees and have the same measures as angles C and G. Angles D and H have the same 50-degree measurement as angles B and F. Second, if transversal cuts two parallel lines, then alternate interior angles are congruent. These are the pairs of alternate interior angles in this figure. Third, if transversal cuts two parallel lines, then alternate exterior angles are congruent. In this figure, here are the pairs of alternate exterior angles. However, if transversal cuts two parallel lines, then same side interior angles are supplementary. Angle D is 50 degrees, but angle E is 130 degrees. Angle C, adjacent to angle D, measures 130 degrees and is supplementary to angle F. Lastly, if transversal cuts two parallel lines, then same side exterior angles are supplementary. These are the pairs of same side exterior angles in this figure. Let's put everything you've learned into practice. In this activity, if you click correctly, the button will become green. If you click incorrectly, the button will become red. Let us begin. Did you get it all correct? I hope you learned something about parallel lines and transversals. All links will be mentioned in the description. Have a nice day, everyone.